Hello everyone. I am Puneet Kumar DG, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Aid College, Varamasagara. As you all know, we are discussing about the subject of financial markets and services in that module 1, financial markets. Today, let us discuss about the topic instruments in primary market. Before going for the today's topic, let us recall what we have discussed in our previous session. In our previous session, we have discussed about players in the primary market, underwriter, types of underwriting, stockbroker and their functions, and role of advertisement agents, financial institutions and government agencies. In the today's session, we are going to discuss about various instruments which are traded in the primary market. And by the end of this session, you are going to identify the various instruments which are going to be issued in the primary market and their features. So before going into the various instruments which are traded in the primary market, first we need to understand what is a financial instrument. Financial instrument is a contract between the issuer and as well as an investor. There are two parties, issuer and as well as an investor, which provide evidence of ownership to the investor and as well as contractual obligation to the issuer. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗೆ ಎರಡು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗಳ ನಡುವೆ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಇದು ಓನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ನ ನೀಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಗಳನ್ನ ನೀಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Primary market, as we all know, it is a market of new instruments or a new issues. The companies are going to use various types of the instruments to raise the funds from the investors. So broadly, we can classify the instruments in primary market into the two categories. One is shares and another one is debentures. Shares represents for the equity capital and debentures or bonds represents for the debt capital. Let us see the classification of instruments in primary market. There are various types of the shares which are used by the companies to raise the funds in the primary market. That is equity shares, preference shares with warrants, equity shares with warrants, and IDRs and GDRs, that is depository receipts. And also various types of the debentures are used, like secured debentures, unsecured debentures, convertible debentures, non-convertible debentures, secured premium notes, etc. Let us discuss one by one. First, we need to understand what is a share. Share is a smallest part of the ownership of a company, which represents the equal portion of its capital. There are various forms of shares are issued by the company. Among them, very important are equity share and preference shares. Let us know what is an equity share. Equity shares are the instruments with indefinite maturity and are non-redeemable in nature. Investors in such shares hold the right to vote, share in profits, and claim assets of a company. So, in the case of equity shares, there will be a no maturity period until the winding up of the company, and in between that period, the holder of that equity shares cannot redeem those shares with the company. ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪನಿ ಕೊನೆಯಾಗುವ ತನಕನು ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪನಿ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರೊಳಗಡೆ ಆ ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಅದನ್ನ ವಾಪಸ್ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅವನ ಹಣನ ಪಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಈ ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವೋಟ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮತದಾನ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಹಕ್ಕನ್ನು ಈ ಒಂದು ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಹೊಂದಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕಂಪನಿಯ ಲಾಭಾಂಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಶೇರ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಕಂಪನಿಯ ಆಸ್ತಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂಡ ಅವನು ಹಕ್ಕನ್ನ ಹೊಂದಿರ್ತಾನೆ. He will be considered as a real owner of the company. And another format of the share is preference shares. Preference shareholders hold preferential right over the common shareholders when it comes to the part of sharing profits. This is the major difference between the preference share and as well as the equity shares. So in the case of preference shares, in the part of sharing the profits, the first preference will be given to the preference shareholders than the other types of the shareholders like equity shareholders, right shareholders. The first preference will be given to the preference shareholders. First, profits or dividends will be declared to the preference shareholders. Then the remaining profits will be distributed to the equity shareholders. This is the major difference between the equity share and as well as the preference share. Next type of the shares are equity shares or preference shares with detachable warrants. The holder of the warrant is eligible to apply for the specified number of shares on the appointed date at the predetermined price. These warrants are separately registered with the stock exchanges and traded separately. Sometimes the issuer company is going to issue the equity share or a preference share along with an warrant which provides an offer to the investor to get some additional shares after some certain predetermined period and at a predetermined price. Why the companies are going to issue these warrants along with the equity shares and as well as the preference shares? Because to avoid the problem of undersubscription, especially the new companies or the companies which are new to the market face the problem of undersubscription because of their lack of popularity. So in such cases, to attract more number of the investors, companies are going to sell their shares along with an warrant which is going to give an additional opportunity to the investors. Like just example ನಾವು ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಈಗ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀವು 100 ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇನ್ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ 10 ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ನ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 1 ಇಯರ್ ಅಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಪ್ರಿಡಿಟರ್ಮೈನ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್, ಈಗ್ಲೇನೆ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವರು ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಆಫರ್ ನ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಆಫರ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಅನ್ ವಾರೆಂಟ್. ಈ ವಾರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ರಿಡಿಟರ್ಮೈನ್ಡ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್. those warrants can be bought and sold in the stock exchanges. This is another category. Next category of instruments are depository receipts. A depository receipt is a negotiable financial instrument that represents a foreign company's publicly traded debt or equity in domestic exchanges. Sometimes we cannot buy the foreign company's shares from the local or domestic exchanges. In such cases, some of the domestic banks are going to purchase the foreign company shares and they are going to group those shares into some packets and they are going to issue them as an depository receipts. And based on the which bank has been issued those depository receipts, we are going to call them into the different categories such as American depository receipts which are issued by the American banks, and global depository receipts which are issued by the some other countries banks, and IDRs, that is Indian depository receipts which are issued by the Indian banks, or sometimes we can call them as an EDRs, that is European depository receipts which are issued by the European banks. To understand this concept, uh, just assume that ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕಂಪನಿ, ಈಗ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿದು ಶೇರು ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಬೈ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕಂಪನಿಯ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂತ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕಂಪನಿಯ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ನ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕರೆನ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟರಿ ರಿಸಿಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮೂಲಕವಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಅವಾಗ ಆ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್ ನ ಬೈ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಮೂಲಕ ನೀವು ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ you are going to purchase the foreign company shares through our local stock exchange. Next category is debentures. Debentures are the financial instruments which are issued by the company to raise the debt funds from the investors, usually which bear the fixed rate of interest along with the definite maturity period. There are various kinds of the debentures which are issued by the company. Some of them are secured debentures. These are the debentures which are secured by the charge on company assets. Means these types of the debentures are backed by the company's assets. That may be the certain group of assets or sometimes whole assets of the company. Another category is unsecured debentures. These do not have any charge on company assets. These type of the debentures are not backed by the or not secured by the any assets of the company. Just they are issued on the basis of the popularity of the company. And another categories of the debentures are convertible debentures. These type of the debentures can be converted into shares of the company after the completion of some predetermined period. Means here these type of the debentures will be held for a certain period, and after that period there will be an option to convert these debentures into the equity shares of the company. Just for an example, if the convertible period is for 4 years, you are going to hold the debenture for the 4 years. For those 4 years you are going to get some fixed rate of interest or something else, and after that, after the 4 years, you will get an option to convert those debentures into the equity shares of the company. And then another category is non-convertible debentures. These are very popular kinds of debentures which are called as an NCDs, popularly known as NCDs. These are the kinds of the debentures which cannot be converted into the shares. That will not have an option of convertibility into the equity shares. Categories are secured premium notes. Secured premium note is a kind of a non-convertible debenture attached with a warrant. It can be issued by a companies with the lock-in period of say 4 to 7 years. So here these are the like NCDs, non-convertible debentures, which are issued along with a warrant. Already we discussed what is a warrant. Warrant is an contract which provide an offer to the holder to claim for additional securities. Here also, after the lock-in period of 4 years or 4 to 7 years, the holder of the warrant can claim for additional debentures by the company. So that type of the securities we are going to call as an secured premium notes. And the next categories are zero coupon bonds. As the name says, these are the instruments that pay zero interest. It is issued at deep discounts and repaid at maturity at face value. This is the benefit of holding the zero coupon bonds. For the zero coupon bonds, company is not at all paying any interest. Instead of that, it will be issued at deep discounts during the issue period. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಡಿವೆಂಚರ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಕಂಪನಿಯವರು ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ರಿಯಾಯಿತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ 100 ರೂಪಿ ಫೇಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಡಿವೆಂಚರ್ ನ ಕಂಪನಿನವರು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನ 60% ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ 50% ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಡ್ ಅಟ್ 50% ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ and it has been issued to the investor at ₹50, and that debenture is having a maturity period of 5 years. Let us assume that debenture is having a maturity period of 5 years and it is issued at a deep discount of 50%. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ ₹50 ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ ನ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, after 5 years at the maturity time the company is going to repay that holder with face value, but the face value of the debenture is 100 rupees. His purchase price is 50 rupees, and the difference of 50 rupees is the amount which is a benefit or a profit to the holder of the zero coupon bonds. Another category is floating rate bonds. Unlike fixed income bonds, these are having a changing rate of interest linked to a benchmark rate. Here also the fixed rate of interest is paid but linked with the floating rate of certain benchmark. Means these instruments are linked with some categories of benchmark such as an RBI's repo rate, or with a fixed deposit rates of any nationalized bank, and based on the changing interest rates of that particular benchmark, interest will be paid on such kinds of the debentures. Finally, we can conclude the session. There are various instruments which are used to raise the funds from the primary market, and we can broadly classify them as shares and as well as the debentures. There are various kinds of the shares which are used, such as equity shares, preference shares, warrants, and depository receipts. And also there are various kinds of the debentures which can be used, such as secured and non-secured debentures, convertible and non-convertible debentures, and floating and zero coupon bonds. These are the various instruments which are used in the primary market to raise the funds from the public. For your additional readings, you can use the following references, such as Khan M.Y. Indian Financial System Theory and Practice, Tata McGraw-Hill Publications; E. Gordon and K. Natarajan, Financial Markets and Services, Himalaya Publications; and Raman V.S., Financial Markets and Services, Chetana Bookhouse Publications. Thank you one and all for watching. Kindly like and subscribe and comment with your suggestions.